know what the number one reason is why people do not get life insurance? The answer is so simple it'll shock you. It's just because it's easier to put it off than to do it. And that is not smart.
No, it's not. Today, why you should schedule a quick meeting, a budget for it, and sign the papers. That's right, I'm like Matthew McConaughey is here. And he's in the movie White Boy Rick.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Or Matthew Holbrook, who is a financial representative with Country Financial. Just as exciting, though. He's here with more on the process of why you should not blow it off and how much life insurance is enough, which I think is an important topic we're going to get to, too.
Matthew McConaughey doesn't wear deodorant, right? Or something like
probably
that?
not.
I've heard that. You do, though, right?
I do wear deodorant, so I guess I'm one up on him.
Right.
You're almost the same level of celebrity, so that's why I was easily confused. So, love it. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
So is this true? Most people don't do the life insurance thing because it's just easier to put it off and not deal with it? Because I don't like to think about what's going to happen in the event of my death.
Yep, and a lot of people know they need it, but they know it takes time to get together with me. It's daunting. It's kind of like when you go on Amazon and they don't have that one-day shipping. It's like, it's going to take 2 days.
So I'm not ordering it.
Yeah, exactly. So it takes a little bit of work, so that's why a lot of people don't want to kind of approach it, but they know they need it. So if you ask somebody, they're going to be like, well, I know I need it, but haven't done it yet. Keep
what about if you have a policy through your employer? Is that pretty common?
Yeah, a lot of people do have that, but say you make, what, $50,000 a year, a lot of places offer you 2 times that salary, so $100,000. Now with that, say you live in a $300,000 house, something happens to you, that's not even enough to pay for that. Or even when you look at your income kind of over the time, $50,000 a year times what, 30, you're at 1.5 million of income. So that 100,000 that would replace money for your family, that's really not that much in the grand scheme of things.
I see.
Yeah, so the key is knowing how much you need.
Yep.
So it's getting it done, but knowing how much you need, and that's kind of where you come in.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll sit down with the person, figure out kind of what things are, and it's when we sit down, I'll say, okay, let's underwrite you for here and kind of figure out what that number is, and that's how we figure that out.
So you'll meet with people at their house or at your office?
Yeah, I'll do either. So a lot of people that are kind of afraid to get together, I'll meet you at your house. You can come to my office, whatever you want. I'll make it easy for you, and it's 15 minutes and done.
Well, this is one thing I heard when I was younger, and someone told me, the person who had talked to me about life insurance said, here's the deal. He ended up getting cancer in his 20s, and he no longer could get life insurance for his family. Is that true that some people cannot get life insurance?
Yeah, so it's a lot of people, if they do come in, it's, hey, I want the life insurance, but maybe I'm not the healthiest person. So when that happens, we do go through that underwriting process, and they do once in a while come back decline where, I'm sorry, you can't get it. So it is.
You got to get it early.
You got to get it early, I would say, and a lot of times with policies that we have, you can take more every few years with no underwriting at all, but that just depends on the policy.
Okay, and to make the point that we made earlier, true or false, if you have children, it is dumb not to have life insurance.
Extremely dumb.
So true.
Yeah, so true.
I mean, you gotta protect them, right? Especially if you own anything like a home.
Yeah, and it's what I say to a client. Say a husband and a wife comes in here, and I'll say, okay, the other person here doesn't make it home from work tonight. How are you financially? And they'll try to talk around like, no, he's not here right now. So we have that conversation of, okay, what income's coming in, and then a lot of times we get to the realization that they need to sell the house. So then I need to tell that person, do you feel comfortable with having to sell the house should something happen to you? Like, well, no, that's kind of stupid.
Is it more affordable too, do you think, than most people assume it is?
It's way less expensive than anything else most people do. So like a cable bill, a lot of people are cutting cable. I mean, it's still even cheaper than cutting cable on there. So it's your Amazon bill, your restaurant bill, all those things.
Coffee bill even.
I bet that's way more expensive than this. I mean, you can set up a significant policy for less than $20 a month.
Wow. And so one of the things I think that's interesting.
Wait, repeat that.
Yeah.
So for less than $20 a month, you can actually make a significant impact and cover your family should something happen. So less than $20.
That's kind of a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
It is.
But I think this is an interesting point. Just because you're approved for like $1 million policy doesn't mean that that's what you should be buying. And you actually will help people say like, hey, that you don't need to spend that much.
Yeah, and it's when I work with the client, I'll say, okay, let's just get you underwritten first and make sure that we can do this before we get into the details. Because like you said, where some people do get declined, so I'll say we underwrite you for $1 million house, you get approved, or $1 million. just because you get approved on there doesn't mean you need to take that. So kind of like with a mortgage, you get approved for $1 million house, doesn't mean you need to go buy that $1 million house. It's just what we can go up to and kind of work with that number.
What about someone like me or someone out there who maybe lives in an apartment, so you don't own a home, you don't have kids yet, I've got a cat, and I live with my fiance right now.
Some people do leave money to cats.
But, you know, I think about, you know, if I were to pass the cost of, you know, say I were living alone, the cost that for a funeral or something on my family. So even someone maybe who's in a situation where they're single or living alone, are they still someone who need it?
Yeah, and it's a lot of people, some people I talk to, it's, hey, I never want to get married, hey, I never want this, but if you do want to even have a family someday, with that, it's, well, eventually you're going to need it, but maybe later you're not going to be as healthy as you are today. So set that up, get it into place, and the nice thing is the younger you are, the cheaper it is.
Oh,
there you go.
Good to know.
Makes sense. And is it true that the application and signing the meeting with you can take 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, it's quick. I mean, it's so, like I said, when I meet with a person, let's just get you through underwriting, get you all done, and then we'll make the decisions later. So I stop at your house, you come to my office, a few signatures, boom, all set to go.
Awesome.
He'll meet you, or you can come meet him. Here's Matthew Holbrook. Matthew McConaughey lives in town. He's in Shorewood. It's crazy. Right on Oakland Avenue. 414-332-2137 is the phone number. You can email him as well, matthew.holbrook@countryfinancial.com.
Yep. And can we give a shout out to my sister-in-law who's in town, Lisa?
Yeah.
Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy
I told you I'd do that for you.
Big 3-0, right?
I wasn't going to say the number.
I tell everyone's age. Don't be ashamed. Own your age.
If I was 30, I'd tell the whole world.
Wisdom.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
great to see you.